Good morning. Happy Monday. Just check a few things here real quick and then we'll get going. Microphone actually seems to be working. It's a miracle. Internet looks good. I've got the recording going and yeah, we should be good to go. All right. So we got a handful of things to do today. And one of them is something I didn't expect or want to necessarily be doing, but I'm going to have to do it anyway. But offline, I was doing a little test. What I did is I put 4 of these blueprints for the iron. And just kind of out here, right? Ran some ore to it, ran some water to it. I wanted to check this issue that I have with the water, right? And the issue is that these 4 take 320 water, which is pretty stupid. I probably should have made it to where they only take 300 water per floor. Would have made a lot more sense. But regardless, where we're at, right? But anyway, when I was running that test, I kicked the ore in here and it started running through the distribution belt just fine, all the way around, and then it was just stopped right here. And I was like, oh no, are these blueprints, you know, they not connect right, or what, you know, what's going on? It took me a minute. Look what I got here. Got a smart splitter that isn't set to anything. And I got to thinking, why did I even set those as smart splitters? Why did I even set those as smart splitters? There's no reason to set those as smart splitters. This should have just been like a manifold type deal, right? So yeah, every blueprint that I built for the iron, the copper, what else? The quartz, concrete, deuterium, and I think that's it. I used smart splitters instead of regular splitters. So I went ahead and fixed while I was offline. I fixed the quartz and the concrete and the deuterium. Put these all back to splitters, just regular old splitters. But I haven't done the copper or the iron, so we're gonna have to fix those. And I'm glad I figured that out, because, you know, if I'd have waited until this whole thing was up and operational, we'd have been in a world of hurt, right? Just not good. So that's one of the tasks for today. The other task for today is figuring out this damn water. You know, I honestly thought about eliminating one of these refineries per floor, because that's my 20 water, right? Because I've got 16 times 20 is 320. If I had 15 times 20 is 300. So if I eliminated one of these per floor, I've got 12 floors. Then I'm eliminating 780 output that I would need to add to the top floor. I don't really want to rework these, so adding 780 to the top floor means overclocking a whole bunch of these. My next problem is all these belts that I've already ran are built for this. So it's not as simple as just getting rid of 65. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do 320 and just live with it. Now, here's the simplest solution that I came up with. And let's take, this one's probably not the best example, but we're gonna run with it anyway. So the solution that I was thinking of doing is, so this one was 600 minus, what, 160? 440. I need to pull 320 off of it. I'm either gonna do a valve, kind of loop type system. So basically we're talking actually need to do this first. They fixed these yet? Those seem to be fixed. Where am I at? Here, right? I did not fix those. Of course not. Let me put a floor hole in just for shits and giggles right now. That's straight, straight. Okay, then we throw in now, why aren't you certainly squirrely? Why are you so squirrely? This may not be what I... It's not working like I thought it was gonna work. Let's see, what if we do... No, that's not what I want to do. This is not what I want to do. I want to... straight. Alright, so that's working. Yeah, see, the floor hole's not... We have to eyeball this. We have to eyeball this. Eyeballs it is. We'll leave that. No, make that go away. That can go away. Okay, then my next thought is to do... How else do we want to do this? Because I don't necessarily want to come straight over here. And I can. Can I put a valve? I figured that was going to happen. Then I could throw a valve here, right? You get restricted to 320. And then what can you do? Can't you just throw a pump pipe on here? Those not lined up. Mm-hmm. Did I dare try to fix that? Theoretically, they should work. But this only is going to be 120. Because here's my other option, right? The other option is you loop the back at the tail end around. Or you could loop it back. I mean, that's going to be a pain in the ass, right? I guess my concern is going to be is if this is actually going to work. I think that these top couple of floors are going to be more of a pain in the ass because I'm only breaking off the 160 here. It's almost as if, what if? It's almost like we should have this top floor on its own water buffer. Ooh, what if we did that? How would that change things? So I've got these two going down. That'd be 6. I don't think that would solve my problem. I think I'd still run into the same problem. I think I'm bringing in more than I need anyway, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm doing, let's see, it's 20 times 16 times 12, 3,840 plus 160. I need 4,000 water, and I'm bringing in 4,200. So technically, this 120 can be burnt. Yeah, I technically don't even need this 120. Know what I could do for this one? 320 plus 160, 480. To make this fairly simple. Can I? I only want 480 coming out of this thing. I can just valve it. Will it work this close? Never put one this close to a curve. I guess we can try. Okay, so what that does is that eliminates all these shenanigans. Invalid shape pipe. I'm just trying to connect on there. What the heck is that all about? That's weird. That would help. Okay, we don't want curve. We want... That's better. Those look pretty straight. Alright. This is where we get interesting. So that should be 600 coming down there. Yeah. Alright. Maybe we need to go... Go test this. I feel like I need to go test this. I also, you know what we could do? So what if you just left it? What if I put no valves? Hmm. $40 off. Really what we need to do is See, I'm 40 off per floor. No, I'm 40 off per 2 floors. $240 off. How am I 240 off? Hold on, math's not working now. Because I'm at 11. Not 12. 40 off every 2 floors. 40 times 5 is 200, but I'm still... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But this one's using 12. Oh. Huh. What is 6 times 600? 360, but I need 4,000. That's 400 off. Fairly certain I'm bringing in 7 pipes. Let's just double check this. We need to make sure. Yep, 7 full pipes. Mm-hmm. I almost don't want to restrict this. but I don't want to put this. So what happens if I put this here? It's gonna peel off before. I don't want it to peel off before. I want it to peel off after it's distributed. And that won't happen if I put it before. So maybe I do need to have that up there. I'm losing 120 that I could put somewhere, so I don't. But I am 200 heavy. Technically. So if we end up doing this, this is going to be floors. Let's just count backwards here. Why don't we do that? Makes more sense, doesn't it? This is 13. This is 12. So this is going to be 11 and 10. 9 and 8. 7 and 6. 5 and 4, 3 and 2, and 1. Don't need 600 to 1. I only need 320. 280. 280 divided by 47. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can use the extra from this last one to fill in our 40s. In theory. And probably not the last one, the first one. Because, if I'm not mistaken, how did I run? Look right there. Yeah, that's how I did that shenanigans. I don't remember exactly how I did that, but that's what I gotta do. All right, so that makes sense. So let's label these. Just want text. This work? Wanted. Is that so big? Need for that to be so big. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It looks like ass. It's gonna be 7 and overflow. It's gonna be 8 and 9, yeah. Correct. Yes. Now I really want see if we can make this work this time without doing mm-hmm. Wish that locked. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna let this free flow at 320. Kind of wish I had that over the belt, but I don't know if I can make that happen without this being a complete cluster. Is the problem. Problem is you can't turn these on their side without them being in a pipe. So I gotta have the pipe there first. Hmm. And what if we did this? Is that any better? Oh, that's horrendous. Damn it. Like, that thing's not even straight anyway. That's ridiculous. Oh, now I'm screwed because I've got these separated. It's never gonna hit there. Of course. Of course. Alright, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Let's rerun that pipe. See, I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird as hell. Can't get it to go straight. So why is it doing this? Can't nudge it. Okay. Well, that's irritating. Okay, well, here's part of the problem. Well, that's very interesting. Huh. That doesn't line up. I just assumed, probably poor assumption on my part. Yeah, those don't line up. Interesting. So I've been doing this to avoid. I'll redo these. I've been doing this to avoid floor holes. Looks like we may not be able to avoid floor holes. could have been part of the problem with this one. No. Now the question is, can I come through and delete the floor hole without deleting the freaking pipe? Yeah, that's the problem. You can't. I mean, I guess I could minimize floor holes. Hmm. So now all these things work? No, it's still freaking crooked. That's so stupid. They at least line up now. But why these suckers won't snap or be straight is beyond me. Look at this. Super frustrating. It's gonna look like ass when you do this. I don't know what we can do here. I am not sure. That's not gonna work either. Okay. Playing hardball. Yeah, that's just beyond frustrating. I mean, this one, look at this. This one, no, that's still crooked too. I was about to say, that one looks straight. It's not. It's crooked as hell. I mean, why? What is the reason that needs to be crooked? Is it trying to square up to the world grid? Is that what's going on? Can't believe that actually works. Looks ridiculous. But that may just I may just have to live with that. I'd rather not live with that, but we may have no choice here. Play the nothing to see here game. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting because this is where I gotta go steal the overflow. I probably should have put these above here. I really hate the fact that I'm having to use the floor holes here. I just don't know if this is gonna come back and bite me in the ass. Matched it pretty good. All right, I've been going about an hour. I need to go refill my coffee. I'm gonna take a quick little break. So give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Um, I need to run this one right now. So the problem here is going to be hmm. Is that going to work? And it should in theory, but I know with this water stuff, it doesn't. Theory doesn't make a lick of difference. God, that looks just so ugly. Mm-hmm. better. Yeah, I can live with that. I can definitely make that work. All right, so here's, let's see if the rationale works. We got 600, 600, 600, 600, 600. Okay, this is only going to use 320. Technically 280 will back up. Do we need another valve here? I mean, it's not going to want to back up because we're using gravity, right? Correct. So that should leave 320 going down to max out here. I'm very, 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 very tempted. I'm very tempted to go run a test of this. You know what? I think we need to. I don't want to do all this work. I do not want to do all this work for nothing. Let's do us a little setup over here. No, any blueprints, foundations. We have to fix these since we already know we screwed that up. Screwed the pooch on this. We need to auto connect. Yeah. I should have ran these first. Bum, 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 bum. Mhm. Mhm. Alright, I think we have some iron up here. Two. $560. Need portable miners. Of course I do. Equipment shop. Okay, we can run those over. Got water over here. Um, um, um. Oh, this is just ridiculous. Help if I ran this stuff semi-decent. Alright. Okay, so water. Let's go here. Something along those lines, quick and dirty. Whoa, hello. Thank you. Pumps, we need pumps. Just to get the stuff up. Okay, those are filling up. All right, so what we were doing was... Let me set up our little setup here. It doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, so this was gonna come down. How do I want to simulate this? Actually, that should just be Mark 1 pipe, because that's only gonna be 280. Oops. All right, so that should, in theory, simulate that setup up there. In theory. These full yet? Let's get those full. While those are getting full, let's run the... We can run these over. Let's just do curve mode. Doesn't need to be crazy. Oops. All right, these are full. So let's hook these up. Let's get the water going through them. And everything filled up. Okay, water starting to flow. Let us continue up here. I don't want to connect those up yet because I want these all full of water first. Okay, so in theory, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have 600 come out of here. Got 600 going in, 600 coming out, full tank. This is going to peel off 320. That means it's 280s coming this way. Hello. I'm going to pull off 40 to give it 320. I wish there was a way I could measure this. I mean, that's going to be 560. It's going to take a minute for these to load up. So something funky that I noticed last time I ran this test is the ones on the right of these blueprints fill up way quicker than the left. And it really what the hell? And it really shouldn't. It's getting, well, I guess it should, because it's not, it should. So I'm peeling this one off right away. That makes more sense. It does. But this is taking a hot minute. Come on. So I know this is going to work. The problem is knowing. I mean, I guess there's no reason for it to not work. Okay, 50. 50. Not quite there, but almost. Let's give it another minute. All right, this one's full. Okay, that makes sense. That's maxing out at 300 because the other ones are full. Nothing's running. Yeah, because until things are running, it's just everything's gonna be maxed out. All right, let's check these. All right, we're good. All right, let's go connect up these belts. And let's run this test. Where the hell am I going? There's one. Just curious how long this is going to take to saturate. Those should be, when this is 100% going, that's 780 and that's 260 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, well, we got stuff coming out. Yeah, I mean, all these are gonna have to fill up for this to saturate. Down to these last ones. These last ones will be struggling for a minute. Yeah, see. Since I have the distribution as overflow. So it's gonna fill this one, then fill this one, then all down the line. I guess we're really not going to get a good idea until this, yeah, until they're all operational. So we need to let this run for a minute. Yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute. So what we can do while we're waiting on that is let's go through and let's start fixing my screw up with the splitters. My massive foobar. I don't know why I ever even did that, to be honest. I don't know what the rationale was, unless I just literally just clicked the wrong hotkey on my what the hell is that thing called? Quick bar or whatever. It's really the only reason that would have happened. There's no logical reason why I need smart splitters here. But I'm glad I caught it now. That'd have been a disaster once I got this thing going fully. I mean, relatively speaking, anyway. Shoot. Autosave threw me off. It's not taking as long as I thought it was going to take. Okay. Go check our progress down here. Full. Full. Not quite full. Way not full. Alright, so we're not fully saturated. What if we... Alright, so what are we trying to simulate here? We're trying to simulate... I'm not going to get 280 out of this until these are full. This one's way closer. Yeah, we're almost overflowing here. What are we getting as our output? Yeah, they're almost all three of those are almost running 100%. They will be here in a second. 87%, 88%, 88, 88. That's probably 100 right here. Yeah. Everybody's got water. 50, 50, 50. This one will always be fine. $780. $780. This one hasn't started. Oh, it's starting to kick in a little bit. 93%. 3, 3, 3. Four. Those are almost up to 100. Yeah, once these are at 100, we'll know what we got going on. And is there any things we can gather up while we're over here? Gotten all the things over here? There's no way. No power slugs. Isn't that hard to believe? Ooh, there's one. In the water? There's not one over here. Oh, I bet there's a cave. Spiders. Frickin' spiders. Ugh. I guess I did clear out most of this area. All right, let's see how we're doing. All right, these should be at 100%. They are. 100% in full. Should be getting mass overflow. These are at 80%. 80, 80, 81. So that should be 65 times 4 times 0.8. Get about 208 flow. 260. Okay. I'll take it. That should be 780. It is 780. What's this one doing? 780 and 260. So this one's about running at. Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah. These should be at 100. Okay, we're almost at full. Full capacity. Yeah, so this should be hovering around 280 flow rate. Which it is. And this should be hovering around 320. I wish this gave an average. I mean, because it is all over the frickin' place. Now I wonder if I could time this, right? So if I'm getting 560, it's 2400. 2400 divided by 560. 4.285 minutes. Mm-hmm. 257 seconds for this to fill. Why don't we just check it? Our timer. Sit here for 4 minutes. What was it? $4.285. Four minutes, 17 seconds. Yeah, 4 minutes, 17 seconds. Let's see, this says it's filling it at 600. Let's see how long it takes us. We're gonna stop at 1,000. I'll see what my time is. No, minute 41. Get rid of that. 1,000 divided by I don't want to do this. 60 divided by no. 0.683. 1.68333333333 repeating. Yeah, see, it was filling it at 600. So that means it was pulling off. It wasn't letting any of that go through. So that's where my problem's gonna be. It's maybe that I shouldn't necessarily restrict. Maybe I don't restrict this flow. I restrict this flow. That's what needs to happen. Let's reset this. See, this shouldn't be filling at 60. I'm at 6,600. All right, there it goes. Needs to equalize. Okay, it's better. Wonder if I should restrict both. See, this is getting 300 because these are full. Maybe. I mean, they're definitely all full. $260, $780, $780, $260. Maybe you just have to restrict everything, right? If you're gonna do it, might as well just do it. Right? Like this is 320, 280. Can be full behind it, so these pipes should be full. It's using gravity. So these should be working. Yeah, I think we just valve everything. I mean, why not, right? So I don't need to valve this because we got 40 here. Oh shit, I forgot to check this. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay. So what did I say? It was supposed to be 4 minutes, 17 seconds? We're at 4 minutes right now. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be real. And of course it just does a little at the end. All right, we're at 426, so call that a fairly successful test. Actually, we probably should just leave this. We can flush it, because then we can keep these flows where they need to be. This shouldn't be 300. This should be 280. Why is that at 300? Okay, so it's only on that 280. through here, and then it'll be 300 on, it could be 300 on this side. Bum, bum. So I wonder if you put the valve on this end. Not the pipe, we just want that. I mean, we're not running out of water. I mean, which we shouldn't be running out of water. So I'm putting 1200 in where only 640s needed. The true test. Now, why do I want to? What about this? No, that's not going to matter because you've got... Here's your problem. This is going to bleed off. Should be no water in here. And also, in theory, the water, if we started seeing issues, would be down here, right? So I think it's working. Be 560 each, yeah. 570. 560. Okay. All right, I think all we can do now is let this kind of saturate. I mean, that's holding steady. These are holding steady. That should be averaging about 320. I mean, it's kind of all over the place, but it kind of depends on when these things need to be filled up, right? I mean, nothing's losing anything. 50, 50. Let's just check all these now. I'm gonna take a small break and then kind of just let these saturate a little bit. Yeah, I mean, they all have water. They're all full. Then I guess the true test is going to be if this holds. You know, if I shut one of these water pumps down and I only pump 20 in instead of 40, we should see this reducing by 20 per minute, which within 2 hours, this would be empty. Now, obviously, I don't want to do that. I mean, hell, even at still take an hour if I just turn them completely off for this to drain. All right, well, let's just let this run for a few. I'm gonna take a break, fill up my coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, let's make a run through, see how we're looking. And then I'm gonna call this test successful, but I'm gonna keep it running in the background. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's implement this up here. Okay, we can take fly off. So what did I do here? So I put a valve here. No, we want the valve. No, we want the valve. Thank you. So I put a valve over there. I put one, so on the other one, I put one coming down. This should still work. This should still work. I'm curious if I should put this further down. No, probably not. put it the other way. This will also work. This will also work in theory. You know, I think I need to... McBlessings. Hey, how you doing? All right, so if we put this here, no. Oh, come on. Where's the valve? There's the valve. So we need 40 going in there. Oops, I have not played Factorio. I've watched some videos on it, and it's hurt my brain, to say the least. But I've thought about giving it a shot. I want 320 here. Oh, I don't think I got that. Didn't. Got too ambitious on my clicking. There it is. Come on. I don't know why it will not grab. There it goes. It takes forever to grab that thing after it sets. Okay, so what am I missing? What am I missing? Hold on. Let's. Can't remember now. And I don't want to fly all the way down there. $42.80. That's what it was. I'm missing a 280. Put it right here. That's going the wrong direction. Okay, 280. All right, let's work backwards here. Let's work backwards here. So I got 600 coming down. This is going to break off 320. Correct? Yes. Gonna have 280 going down, restricted by here. Then I got 40 coming in, so it's gonna be another 320 going to here. Is that what I want? That is what I want. Okay, so then we come here. And we're gonna have the same setup. And let's keep it consistent at least. Get rid of that. About centered. And what did I do? I threw one of these guys on. That. Okay, we need another valve. And I made this a Mark 1. And then no, not the right spot at all. Okay, then we mark one down to here. This is still mark 2 because we're at 600 minus 40 minus 40. Oh, 520 here. Now we're cooking with gas. I think I need to redo this. Too many segments. And I got that off. Yep. Oh, no, no, no. No. Come on. Okay, this is 40. And then we do need another one here. Another one here. 280 if I do believe. Okay. All right, so now the fun stuff coming from the other side. Okay, let's run this one down. Okay, so we are what do we need to do here? Okay, this is where the shenanigans begin. So we need to peel off 320. See how tight we can make this. Doodle, so we can see it better. Let's see, we've got no. I think the auto 2D will work. I'm gonna do a modular stuff factory or like one big mega one. So Let me see if I can get to somewhere where I've got a perspective. I guess it would have helped if I had kind of shown what was going on. So let's get up here to the top. So this factory here is smelting. Just smelting. For a whole bunch of future big factories, right? So this tower here is going to be doing copper ingots. The tower I'm working on now is iron. This one is, what is this one? Steel. This is aluminum. Deuterium. The hell is this one? It's been a minute since I've been over there. Silica, concrete, and quartz crystal. So I'm going to be bringing in all the raw resources via this train line that's not complete at all. Eventually it's going to kind of run everywhere, right? So these are all the water pumps. Ignore this over here. This, I was testing some crap over here. So these are the water pumps that are going to feed. There's a ton of water pipes here, right? I think there's 32 water pipes that are going to feed up to the middle here. So this is going to build, you know, all of the iron ingots, the copper ingots, the concrete, all the stuff I need for every future factory that I'm building. That guy over here is a power plant, 100 megawatts, turbo fuel. And then you can see it. Doesn't power. Oh no. Oh no. How do I not have power up to this guy? Did I not run the power? So I don't have the power turned on over here. Hold on. There we go. Now we got some juice. Not much of it. So way over here, I'll see if I can sneak through here. This is a starter factory. It's like 3 levels high, and that's doing all like the base products that I need to build all this stuff. So it's, to answer your question, it's kind of modular and it's kind of mega, right? Like this thing's taken me forever. So the starter factory, I think, was well over 100 hours. That thing was at least 100 hours. I'm about to put a video out, kind of just a brief overview of this one, even though I finished this thing hours and hours and hours ago. This, I'm probably at 150 hours or so on these shenanigans for this one, maybe more. I don't know. I need to go back and look at it. But so yeah, this is just basically an ingot complex. I appreciate that. It's been extremely frustrating, I can tell you that much, though. Like, I just realized, I already went and fixed it. It's probably before you got on, but I built all these blueprints. These are all blueprints, right? So, different blueprints. I guess I never realized it until I did some testing. Like, that's what that is down there, some testing. Built all these damn things with, so right now these are, oops, these are regular splitters. I put smart splitters in the blueprint, and it wasn't needed, nor did I set them, so that didn't help one bit, right? And luckily I caught it when I was doing the testing. I was like, why is the ore not going through? So I've gone back and I've fixed every blueprint except for this copper tower. So, and then let me show you something else. Since we're kind of doing a little tour, let's go down. Well, do I even have power to the... Have power to the elevator yet? I don't know if I got power to it. Let's just jump down here. So what I'm attempting to do, so this is all the inputs for this tower, right? Going all the way up, and these are all the outputs. Ignore this. There's a glitch going on. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's get down here to the bottom. All right, so each one of these floors takes 560 ore per floor, which is not an easy thing to get. So I built this monstrosity last stream, and it's twofold. You got the top layer, and then you got a bottom layer. And what this is this is built compression, and then this is decompression. So this, and I tested it. I think I put a short out. So it's taking 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lines of 780 iron ore input, and it does its decompression and compression, and then it spits out. Now I don't even remember. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It should be, yeah, the number of floors. 12 lines of 560 and 1 line of 300. It is a mind bender. It took me an entire stream to get it figured out. Well, maybe 2 streams, but it works beautifully. Like, I mean, I was amazed that I got it to work. Now I still need to run all my outputs out, which I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do that. But what I'm trying to do is bring all the. I think I'm gonna run a train line around the exterior to do drop off raw resources, right? And they'll kind of run along this walkway, and then all the outputs I've got. Let's run over here. So I've already done the quartz, concrete, and silica. And the plan is to have everything run out this way. One big train station to run, and then it's going to run to all the different factories from there. But I need to redo these a little bit, because what I've got them broken up, right? So I know I've got take concrete, for example. These are all the outputs. I'm taking this much is going to heavy modular frames. So I got 2 780s and a 285, which I have to do some belt compression and decompression here as well. The computer factory gets 270 concrete, steel factory gets 780 plus 20, so 800, and then I've got some storage. So right now I just have these ran to go out, but what I want to do is, because I'm gonna need concrete and steel, right, for heavy modular frames. So I kind of want to just combine everything and have them run out together. So this is almost just kind of like a placeholder, right? So silica is not as complicated because it doesn't take water. So, but you can see like computer factory gets 780. Well, no, 2 780s, right? Turbo motor factory that I'm even making needs 2 780s. Electronics factory, control systems, storage. And then these are all the inputs. Raw quartz, limestone. I've got raw quartz and limestone here. The reason I got the raw quartz here is these are actually running to the quartz one over here. So here's the quartz one kind of all broken up. These are the outputs and the inputs. So anyway, so this is all this that you see here is just nothing but for the inputs. I still got to do the outputs, but I need to figure out this water stuff first. Go back up here to the top. Let's see, where did I leave off? I was right here. All right, what, I lose track of where it was. No, because this is going to be breaking off 320. So I need a valve here. So I need 320 here. Put some serious thought into the looks amazing. The scaling up is so hard. I'm only at 8 hours into the game with 1 mega factory, but it's frustrating really hard. Yeah, so I planned, so this has been in the works for, I mean, I've been working on this since this playthrough started in December, right? So I've been at it for a long time, but I was planning a pre, 1.0 release. What kind of factories I wanted. I was using Satisfactory, tools. So I've got it all planned out now, and then I made a spreadsheet for my own stuff. Just helps me keep track of it. But yeah, if you're only 80 hours in, then you haven't even scratched the surface. I mean, this save's got manage session. I'm at 379 hours just for this playthrough. So call it 380. And for me, the frustrating part is the fun part, because I'm I problem solve. That's how my brain works. So the more complicated, yes, frustrating, but the satisfaction of getting it figured out trumps all that. All right, I'm gonna let this sit here for a second. I need to step away for about 1 minute, so I'm not gonna put my feedback screen on. I'm gonna mute for a minute. So hang tight for a minute. All right, I'm back. Just had to get a kid up going for school. And I'm probably only gonna go, unfortunately, maybe another half hour or so. And then I gotta get myself ready for work. All right, so we got the 320 here. We need to break off. So this is gonna be 280. Ooh, I want that. I want that. Okay, let's see. So we've got 280 coming down here. I need to peel off 40 from here. How do we want to do this? We want to do... bet if we did that, and... oh, you know what? I'm not going to have enough room. Hold on. Let's scoot that over just a little bit. I'm not going to have enough room for a valve if I do it like that. Yeah, I think I prefer that. Let's see if we can center this up. Highly unlikely. Let's do this. Okay, so we're peeling off 40 here. We don't want curve. Let's do this straighter. This gets 40. This gets 280. And this gets 320. All right, now what? Now what? We have to run. Gotta run the next one. No, 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 no. There we go. I never deleted these. That's why. It's like, why is that not doing what it's supposed to do? I never deleted the other ones I put down. Appreciate it, McBlessings. You too. One, two, three, four. Wrong way. All right, that's enough to run this one. Okay. Okay, how much have I peeled? I've peeled off 80. Yes. Or have I peeled off 120? Uh, 40. 80. 120. Oops, I don't want the map. Down to 480. So still mark 2. Did I do my 280? I did it right there. Okay, I was supposed to say, did I do my 280? Oh. $80 and $40. Ooh. What did I do there? There we go. Times 40 is 60. And the 440. 40 minus 40 minus 40. Okay, what do I need next? I need to run last one. I think I may leave that one for the next stream, to be honest. Why are these so close and this one's not? I guess they're the same. Do I want to leave that last one or do I want to knock it out now? How much time do I? Let's see if I can knock it out now. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but let's do it. Come on. There we go. Hmm. Okay, we're almost there. Mm-hmm. 40. 280. How many have I peeled off? 200? And we're finished. In theory. What are the odds all these patterns are matching? Slim to none. All right. That should do it. In theory. So I'm gonna call it a morning. I appreciate everybody tagging along, watching some of the shenanigans. I may get back. I'm probably gonna get back on tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. I got everything I wanted to get done today. I mean, the only thing really left on this iron factory is what the outputs, breaking up the outputs for the different factories that it's going to. So, you know, we can tackle that first thing next stream. I need to button up a few power things here, a few foundations. What else? That's about it. And then we can move on to the copper. And then the steel. We may do steel next. I'm leaving the aluminum for dead last. I can't. I'm not mentally prepared to screw with that one. So we'll finish this iron. We may knock the steel out since it's not a big one, right? I mean, it's big, but it's not gigantic. Do copper and then go do aluminum. I'm hoping 4 or 5 more streams we can get this knocked out. And then I can start working on the trains and all the different things. But anyway, Appreciate y'all hanging out. If you don't mind giving the video a like, it certainly helps, and I appreciate it. And we'll catch y'all next time. See you later.